नन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis sitting with us around the world at this moment through Nithyananda TV, Sadhana TV, Lotus News Channel, Janashri TV, Ishwar TV, and through two-way video conferencing in 24 places, having Nayanadiksha in 22 countries around the world as per the statistics. Cities sitting with us on two-way video conferencing: Hyderabad, Guptakashi; Bogota, Colombia; New Zealand, Adi Arunachalam; Port Washington, New York; Dakota, Dunes; Dubai, Vaidyanatham; Oklahoma, Somanatham; Nithyananda Nagara, Bididi; Nithyananda Nagaramu, Hyderabad; San Diego, La Jolla; Singapore, Singapuram; Seattle, Chidambaram; Ohio, Prayag; Guadalupe, Rameshwaram; Los Angeles, Arunachalam; San Jose, Madurai; Toronto, Kailasam; Warrington, UK; Bangalore, North; Oman, Sivagangai; Kathmandu, Nepal; Kuala Lumpur, Palani; Jorpati, Nepal. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. 10th day. One side it feels only 10 days. One side it feels 10 days. Feels only 10 days, so much has happened. Other side, it feels like eternally we are sitting in Bali, only 10 days over. Both, the reason is same. So much is happening in you. What you are supposed to go through in 25-30 years, you are going through in just this last 10 days. The re-cognition, maturity, clarity, rethinking, everything, just in 10 days, so much. Today I will continue to expand on practical implications. Tattva Jnana. Please listen. The practical implications of this great experiential expression, Tattva Jnana, the truth revealed, the practical implication of that truth is you understanding your infinite knowledge and power does not need to be compared, competitive, jealous, or threat to anybody else. Please understand. You always have a feeling you can't be infinitely powerful and intelligent. Then what about others? It is this idea of comparison that constantly makes you believe you can't be infinitely intelligent. You can't be infinitely powerful. So please be very clear. You being infinitely powerful is neither a threat nor a problem for others. Look into the deeper practical implications. You being infinitely intelligent, powerful, efficient, above all, intelligent, beautiful, efficient, powerful, above all, does not have any other supreme personality of Godhead as authority. The next practical implication, when there is no superior authority, your independent intelligence is the ultimate. You are free. That is the ultimate liberation. And the next practical implication, automatically you cause what you want to cause in your life. You cause Vaksiddhi, you cause Manoshiddhi. Manosiddhi means ability to visualize and make that into reality. Manosiddhi means conquering impossibility, expressing all these great powers. Listen. This is the main thing you need to know. You will be causing all those powers in you powerfully only when you cast these powers into others. Understand? Only when you are inspiring, speaking into the listening of the others and awakening these various powers in them, various intelligences in them, your intelligence will be awakened, because you are not just centered on your body, you are so many people put together. How much ever great Vaksiddhi powers you create in you, if your wife also doesn't have the powers, nothing will work for you. You can see in your life. All your spiritual practice and going up, she will pull it down or he will pull it down in 1 minute. So listen, unless you cause all these great intelligence, energies, integrity is intelligence, Vaksiddhi is energy. Authenticity is intelligence, Manosiddhi is power. Responsibility is intelligence, leadership consciousness is a power. Enriching is intelligence, enlightened life is a power. Each intelligence leads to one power. Methodology to reach that power is intelligence. I tell you, whether this intelligence or the power, it happens in you only when you cause it in others. Any intelligence or any power, it fully expresses in you only when you cause it in others. I tell you, I have seen in my life, I became enlightened at the age of 12. But only when I cast this into others, my whole Parivrajaka Yatra, spiritual pilgrimage, when I look back, I am able to understand It is just attempt to cast this into others. A matured attempt, not a powerful, a planned, clear, conscious attempt, a matured attempt to cast this into others. Listen, between the age of 12 to 22, I had only tremendous inspiration to cast these experiences into others. After 22 to 25, I started developing intelligence also, means skill, ability to speak into the listening of others, listening of listener. Only when I started casting these great intelligences and energies into others, I saw all that started flowering in me to its peak possibility. Only when you give birth to a child, you are mother. Till then, you are a possibility for mother. In India, any woman is addressed as Ma. Means possibility for mother. Only when you become mother, you are Amma. So all of us are possibility. But only when we cause others, we become reality. Only when we cast this knowledge, intelligence, energy in others, it becomes reality. So please understand. Make it into reality. Start speaking to the listening of the listener. Start moving others. I tell you, literally I tell you, the moment you learnt about this four great intelligence and power, methodology and power, the moment you learnt about Vaksiddhi, Manosiddhi, Ishwaratva, Jivan Mukti, power of words, power of thinking, power of feeling and power of living, the moment you understood these four, immediately start casting this to others. Each one of you start, I don't want to say start in your own way, no, start the way I started. Start in your own way is almost like a no confidence. Okay, do as much as you can. This is not a Annadanam you do in the street corner, Ganesha temple. No. If you are starting in that scale, your life will be like that, in that scale only. Start with tremendous intelligence and confidence. You are not giving some charity. Please understand. When you cast this into others, you are going to expand. If it is directly related to your expansion, will you do it like a charity? It is not that you make little puliyodare, curd rice, and go to the street corner Ganesha temple and distribute to the few beggars who are sitting there or a few visitors who come there. No. It is, you are preparing a feast for the statesman, the president or the prime minister who is visiting your house. Do it with that sincerity. Start casting the power of words, power of thinking, power of feeling, power of living in others. Sit now and plan how all you are going to cast this in others. Please listen. You can use every possible method available. You can revolutionize the world. Whether your personal behavior or the words you utter, everything should be aligned to cast these four powers into others. I tell you, align everything to cast these four powers into others. You will see these four powers are awakened in you. Not only awakened, constantly grows, expands to its peak possibility. Cast power of words, method to achieve power of words in others. You will achieve power of words. Cast power of thinking, method to achieve power of thinking, authenticity to others. If you have to cast that into others, not only you have to speak, you have to live. If you miss living, they will not be inspired. If you miss speaking, they will not be inspired. You have to do both. Only then the mirroring of neuron activities of your brain will happen in them. When you cast these great powers and truths in others, only then, when you cast these powers, only then you experience them in you again and again. Please understand, any truth is given life only when you cast that in others. When you make others Shiva's devotee, you become a great devotee. That starts settling in you, because what you speak, what you inspire in others will start becoming part of you. When you make others great Advaitis, you become a great Advaiti. When you make others, when you cast leadership qualities in others, you become a great leader. When you cast Vak Siddhi in others, you become a Vak Siddha. When you cast Mano Siddhi in others, you become Mano Siddha. Cast all these power of words, power of thinking in others. Cast this power of thinking, power of feeling, power of living in others. Internalize these great powers. When you know how to speak into the speaking of the listener, listen, you also know how to speak into the listening of your listening. If you say, I understand many of this truth, but I am not able to live, means you are not able to speak into the listening of your listening. Ability to speak into the listening of the listener and ability to speak into your listening is one and the same. Speak into your listening. Be active in enriching others. Burn all your self-doubts, self-denial patterns. Each one of you become acharyas. Please understand, I am talking to each one of you. Don't think, oh, that is for this person, not for me. Swamiji knows I can't be acharya. No. I know every one of you can be acharya. That is what I know. I don't know. You can't be acharya. You may know. But I don't know. I know only one thing. All of you can be acharyas. Every one of you. Not just talking in a foolish way. In a very skilled, very conscious, clear way of speaking into the listening of the listener. Not just talking because Swamiji said. It is your life and death. Is your power of words your life and death or not? It is. Is your power of thinking is your life and death or not? It is. Be very clear. You are going to get it only when you cast it in others. You are going to get it only when you cast in others. So with this clarity, cast cause into others with this clarity. Cause, power of thinking, power of feeling, power of words, power of living into others, because only how much you cause in others is going to happen in you. Again, sit, let me mirror the neuron activities into your brain. That is the best form of initiation. Let the Upanishad happen. Please sit straight. Close your eyes. Declare to yourself and others, I will cause all these four powers to happen in everyone in the world. I'll be a cause for it. I'll cause it. I'll speak into the listening of the listener. Let all these four powers be caused in you and in others. Namah Shivaya.
नमः ॐ ह्रीं नित्यानन्दाय 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 नमः
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.